The country's chief economic advisor Kaushik Basu says the government will most certainly miss its 4.6% fiscal deficit target but will do all it can to mop up funds in a transparent fashion. Basu says the third quarter of this fiscal is the worst we've ever seen. He is hopeful though that the economy will grow anywhere between 7 to 7.5%.
We may not get to 7.5%, but I'm expecting us to be somewhere between 7 and 7.5%. I think that the third quarter is going to be the worst quarter of this year, and we will see a revival in the final quarter, which we are already into. So overall, it should be above 7, but below 7.5 is what I'm expecting this year. There are certain kinds of disinvestment which you can do, which are very legitimate, which are completely transparent. There are other kinds of disinvestment which really mean very little in terms of substance. It's just moving money from one hand to another. We will not do those kinds of changes, but we may make some very, very transparent kinds of disinvestment. It's very unlikely that we will be able to make the target fiscal deficit of 4.6%. We will miss that target. But in today's climate, where the whole world is on the brink of another recession, this is not such a big disaster that we may miss this target, because after all, we do know that a fiscal deficit is an instrument for fighting a recession or a near recession situation. Just the only important thing that I would like our ministry and government to keep in mind is that yes, this is a very special year and this may have happened, but we must not deviate from the path of consolidation. So as soon as we are back again talking about the next year and the year after that, the direction should be that of fiscal consolidation, even if we have missed the target this year.
Okay, let's keep it with that story and chat a little bit more with Mrinali Krishna, who's joining us live from our New Delhi newsroom. Well, Mrinali, this is the first such admission really from the government. What are the options now before it?
Well, Tanya, the most important thing here is the first admission from the government coming in that they might miss the 40,000 crore rupees divestment target. Kaushik Basu clearly making a very strong statement saying that there is no merit in moving money from one arm to the other until and unless it's disinvestment. They may not go ahead with it. And the disinvestment options have to be transparent. Now, remember, the government has only managed to raise about 1,100 crore rupees for this fiscal via one divestment, while one issue. And clearly, it's a huge challenge before them. The various options before the government at this point in time is buybacks by PSUs, cross holdings of one PSU into another PSU, pledging of SUTI shares to raise money, institutional placement of the government shareholding, which has recently been allowed by the market regulator, and also auctioning of the government shares via the exchange mechanism, another move that the market regulator has recently allowed. So there are a number of options before the government. However, the key thing here is that the government will have to come up with a clearly new divestment policy very soon, because there are only just about 3 months left into this fiscal, and if they have to meet that target, they will have to act fast.